Hey Megan, how you doing? Okay, let's go take a look. Had difficulty adding more text to the poster. Michael suggested I add since this is a major poster. I think it turned out fine. I didn't even try to adding some extra text to the top. Would you read it later? But it didn't seem right. I was also strange how the PDF. Yeah, PDF. It depends on how you save it. There can be some different weird things going on, but the way that the PDF renders out. Um, so they're quite often. Now, one thing that you could do is make sure you're saving a high quality PDF as opposed to a low quality. That's going to make a difference. But other than that, there shouldn't be too terribly. It shouldn't be too terribly different. The rendering from Illustrator to the rendering to PDF. So check your settings on your PDF. Could just be that you need to save a higher quality PDF. More visible to the brush strokes. I use dial down a bit thickness. Besides, I move. Okay. I want to talk about these strokes. It says kind of.
It's 6 o'clock.
Turn out. Try to adding extra tag. Okay, brush strokes. I move the colored strokes around a bit. I definitely want to talk about that, the way you move the colored strokes around. We'll talk about that. See better along with the adding the extra high or two in the background. Let me know. All right, let's go ahead and jump in and let's see what we have. Okay, so the poster itself is looking fantastic. Good job. I'm going to reduce this a little bit so we get the whole thing in the window. And that looks like it's fitting just beautifully. Okay, so yes, this looks so much better. Good job. No period. No period behind always there, always watching. This is it's not a complete sentence. It's just a thought, or it's just a it's not a complete. Let me rephrase it. It's not a complete thought. It's not a complete sentence. Therefore, it doesn't need period. So just always there, always watching. You don't even need a comma. Always there, always watching. Okay, Mental Health Awareness Week. This is really, really interesting, the way that you have combined the sans serif with the serif. That's nice. The problem I'm having here is that you're a little too close to the bottom of the poster, which I think the poster is a little bit bottom heavy anyway, and I'm going to address that in 1 second. One of the things, though, is the fact that this is pushed way down. See that margin right there? Try to push this up a little bit. They don't have to be exactly equal, but you definitely want them to be somewhat close. I would say pull this up to about right here so that you have a little bit of room there between the bottom. Right now you're right there, so let's increase that so it's a little bit closer to that margin right there. That's going to do what? That's going to bring the type up here, which is going to, it's actually going to make the illustration appear to be even lower in the composition. Right now I think the illustration's a little too low in the composition. I would pull this up so that the head starts right about here. Okay, there's just too much negative space up here. Okay, so I would pull that up so the head starts right about here. The next thing I think is the illustration itself. I think is pretty cool, but these eyeballs are bugging me. They have been since the first iteration. They look like ice cream cones, don't they? I'm not real sure, but they look like a mistake because every other eyeball looks like an eyeball, but then these ones have this kind of cone at the bottom of them. So it's really, really confusing to me. I would definitely address those, make the eyeballs a little bit more consistent. The red eyeballs, I should say. The black eyeballs are pretty consistent. Now, as far as the way that you have these strokes, I think that this really, really implies distress. And I think that's the whole point. That's fantastic. One thing, though, that's happening, though, is that these are so prevalent in the illustration that we're starting to lose the original silhouette of the person. And that defines the concept. So these swirls don't have any meaning unless they're placed over a very clear silhouette of a person. For that reason, I would recommend trying to make this a little bit more noticeable, the actual silhouette. Okay, I'm not sure how you're going to do that, but work it out. Well, I have some suggestions, but I'd like you to work and experiment on the best way, most expeditious way to preserve the fact the fact that that is a silhouette of a person. Okay, other than that, just really, really fantastic work so far. Yeah, that's it. Those are my recommendations. Other than that, I think just really fantastic workflow so far. So if you have any questions, I'd like to see those changes. If you have any questions at all or comments, go ahead and let me know. But really, really, really good job so far. All right, thank you very much.